Hello guys, this is my monthly video series that I started because I wanted to help people with their new PC builds. This video will be useful for the first time PC builders as well as the people looking to upgrade their current configuration. With the successful experience in building and selling 100 plus PCs as a side hobby, I'm hoping that you guys will find this video helpful for you. This video will cover build based on Intel platform. As always, when building a new PC, I recommend a combination of used and new parts, since you can't beat the price to performance you get if you go that route. So the used part that I usually get for my builds will be the video card. For example, you can get really good deals on video cards such as GTX 1060, with the user benchmark score of 58.7%, GTX 1070 with the user benchmark score of 81.4%, GTX 1080 with the user benchmark score of 106%. So GTX 1060 will run you around $100, $120, $140. GTX 1070 will run you around $200, $220, and GTX 1080 will run you around $300, $270, $280 to $300. However, for this video I am pricing in a new GTX 1660 Super for all of my builds. User benchmark score for this video card is 74.9%, and in my opinion, in November 2020, you want to have at least that level of performance in your PC. If you don't have as much money for 1660 Super, which is $240 right now, you can go with a budget version, which is 1650 Super. That runs at $190. This video card has user benchmark score of 61.9%. If you have more money, I would recommend getting RTX 2060. RTX 2060 has user benchmark score of 91.8% and will run you around $340. If you want a cutting-edge performance, there is no reason not to go with the new RTX 3000 series. For example, RTX 3070 has a user benchmark score of 161%, and if you can find it at the $500, you will be in for a great deal. RTX 3080 has a user benchmark score of 194%, and the MSRP is $700. RTX 3090 is the top performer here with the score of 204% and the price tag of $1,500. With that out of the way, let's get to the actual builds. I am using PC Part Picker website as it is an incredible tool for the PC builders. However, availability of parts is always changing, and parts that I recommend may not be available at the time when you are watching this video. We are going to start from lower priced builds. My first build is based on i3 10100 processor, and it is crazy that this processor has 4 cores and 8 threads, and it used to be your i7 7th generation processor. You can get it from Amazon for $115 at the time of filming this video. Second part is your motherboard. I went with Gigabyte B460M DS3H motherboard. This motherboard has built-in Wi-Fi. For $84, not only you get motherboard, but you also get Wi-Fi connectivity. In my opinion, this is the best motherboard you can pair with your i3. If this motherboard is not available for sale, I would recommend you to get motherboard that has built-in Wi-Fi as you don't have to pay separately $30 to $40 to $50 for your Wi-Fi. And the way to do that is you click on the motherboard and then you go all the way down, and on the left you will see a filter. So you can click Wi-Fi 5, and then I usually sorted by lowest priced. For the RAM, I'm going with Team T-Force Vulcan Z 16GB. It's a kit of 2 sticks of DDR4 3000 RAM. For the storage, I'm going with 512GB M.2 NVMe solid state drive. 512GB will get you started and will be a great size to host your Windows system, as well as a few games. If you are running out of storage, you can upgrade in the future by adding 2TB platter drive. For the video card, I'm going with GTX 1660 Super, just like mentioned before. If you want to get a cheaper option, you can. The cheapest one available is $230 from Asus, but I would recommend to avoid single fan video cards as they are too loud. And paying $20 more and getting at least a Zotac Gaming Twin Fan option, or the one that I have in my build, which is MSI Gaming Axe or MSI Ventus. For the case, I'm going with tried and true Cooler Master Master Box Q300L, and it's a great option for entry-level computer. This case is really affordable, coming at $40 after rebate. For the power supply, I'm going with this great EVGA W3 450 watt power supply. If I click on Edit Parts List, I can see that my estimated wattage for this system is 274 watt, which is roughly around half of the power that our supply is providing. For my second build, which is priced around $800, I'm going with 6 core and 12 threads Core i5 10400 processor. This processor comes at a price of $180 and is a great option if you are planning on gaming, streaming, or entry-level video editing. For the motherboard, I am upgrading and getting a MSI B460M Mortar Wi-Fi motherboard. This motherboard comes at the price tag of $125, but if you account for the built-in Wi-Fi, which runs around $35 to $40 to even $50 for Wi-Fi 6, which this motherboard has, you're getting a great deal on this bundle. For the RAM, I'm going with the same 16GB kit from Team, and I'm getting 2 sticks of 8GB to ensure dual channel, and this kit comes at the price tag of $52. For the storage, I'm going with 512GB M.2 NVMe SSD, and I'm pairing that with a 2TB hard drive. For the video card, I'm going with GTX 1660 Super by MSI, and this is Gaming Axe variant, and it's a great looking, it has RGB, and it has really good cooling capabilities. For the case and for the power supply, I'm going with the same options as in the previous build. Our next build is featuring i7 10700 processor, which is 8 cores, 16 threads processor. With this processor, I'm upgrading cooler to Cooler Master Hyper 212, which is on sale right now, and it comes at $27. And this is going to be a great cooler to replace the coolers that comes with i7. With the motherboard, I'm going with the same MSI MAG B460M Mortar Wi-Fi motherboard. For the RAM, I am going with 8 data 16GB, 2 sticks by 8GB, dual channel RAM. This RAM is a white color to match the theme of the build. For the storage, I'm going with a 512GB M.2 NVMe solid state drive and 2TB internal hard drive. For the video card, I'm going with the same GTX 1660 Super by MSI. And with the case, I am upgrading to NZXT H510i. This case has built-in LED lights. It is great looking and good quality case. For the power supply, I'm getting Corsair 650 watt 80 plus bronze certified power supply, and I used this supply in the past and it's a great option. For the next build, we are upgrading our processor to 10600K. For the cooler, I'm going with Cooler Master Hyper 212 Black Edition. For the motherboard, I'm going with amazing Gigabyte Z490 Vision G motherboard, and this motherboard has great VRMs. It is great looking and it has plenty of options. For the RAM, I'm going with 16GB 2x8 sticks. For the storage, I'm going with 500GB SSD from Western Digital, and this is NVMe Speed 1 M.2 form factor. For the additional storage, I'm going with 2TB hard drive. I'm pairing this with a GTX 1660 Super. This time I'm choosing Zotac instead of MSI, but you can go with MSI if you like. For the case, I'm going with a Corsair 275R Airflow case. And with this build, you want to make sure that you get a good airflow from your case. For the power supply, I'm using Corsair 650 watt bronze power supply, so the same as the previous build. And since this motherboard doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi, I'm pairing this with Wi-Fi 5, but it's still AC 1300 Wi-Fi card. You're welcome to upgrade this to better Wi-Fi if you want. For the last build, I'm putting together Intel i9-10900K platform. So with this build, I decided to go with water cooler. For the motherboard, I'm still going with a Gigabyte Z490 Vision G, as this motherboard has great VRMs and is able to power processors like i9-10900K. By the way, this processor has 10 cores and 20 threads, and this is just an absolute beast. With this build, I'm going with 32GB RAM from G.Skill, and this RAM is a RGB, and I'm getting 4 sticks because it looks really great when you have those 4 RGB lines. With the storage, I'm going with Western Digital Blue 4TB hard drive this time. And then for the system drive, I'm going with Western Digital 1TB NVMe SSD. For the video card, I'm going with RTX 3070. With the case, I'm going with Fantax Eclipse P500A RGB case. The price tag for this one is $140 plus $10 shipping, so $150. For the power supply, I'm going with 850 watt fully modular power supply by EVGA, and then I'm adding white sleeved cables by Asia Horse. I used these cables before and they're amazing. Overall, this build will cost you around $2,200. This price does not reflect the price of the case, which is $150. If you desire so, you can go with the previous 9th generation processors, and you can get a few used deals and save money here and there. I'm going to go over these 3 builds really quick. So the first one here is featuring i5 9400F processor. This is 6 cores, 6 threads processor, and it comes at the price of $140. There is a younger brother of this processor, i3 9100F, and it used to cost $75. and that processor only has 4 cores and 4 threads, but they're super fast, so it's still really good for gaming, but it's not available at the time of the filming this video. So if the price of $600 is still too high for you, you could just wait for i3 and bring the price down all the way to around $550. For the motherboard, I'm using this ASRock B365M motherboard. This motherboard has significant VRM heatsink as well as NVMe drive heatsink. For the RAM, I'm going with 16GB 2x8 gigabyte sticks of DDR4 3000 RAM. For the storage, I'm going with 512GB of M.2 solid state drive. For the video card, I'm going with GTX 1650 Super in this case. That comes at the price tag of around $170. For the case, I'm going with Cooler Master Box Q300L. For the power supply, I'm going with EVGA W3 450 watt power supply that comes at $45. And I'm also adding a Wi-Fi card that is coming at $30. Next build here, I have my favorite processor for gaming is i5 9600K. This is overclockable 6 cores and only 6 threads in this case processor, but these are really fast cores. With the motherboard, I'm including this Asus Prime Z390 motherboard, and it comes at the price of $120, but if you go used on eBay, you can get motherboards ranging from $70 to $100, and those motherboards are going to be really great. For the storage, I'm going with this white colored 8 16GB kit. For the storage, I'm going with Western Digital 500GB NVMe drive. For additional storage, I'm going with Western Digital Blue 2TB hard drive. For the video card, I'm going with the same GTX 1660 Super. So with the case, I'm recommending this Corsair IQ220T RGB airflow case. For the power supply, I'm going with 650 watt Corsair power supply. And for Wi-Fi, I'm going with this TP-Link Archer T6E Wi-Fi adapter. And the last build for today is going to be i7 9700K based build. This processor has 8 cores and 8 threads, and it's a great gaming, video editing, streaming processor. I'm pairing this processor with a beefier cooler, and this cooler has 6 heat pipes, so it's gonna perform really great. For the motherboard, I'm picking MSI Z390A Pro motherboard. Comes at $120 new, but again, you can go on eBay or your local listings and find really good used motherboards. For the RAM, I'm going with Corsair Vengeance 16GB 2x8 kit. For the storage, I'm going with 500GB M.2 NVMe solid state drive for the system, and for additional storage, I'm adding 2TB hard drive. For the video card, I'm going with MSI GTX 1660 Super, and for the case, I'm going with NZXT H510i case. For the power supply, I'm going with the Corsair 650 watt power supply. And for the Wi-Fi adapter, I'm going with a TP-Link Archer T6E. Alright guys, this concludes this video, and if you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to get updates for the future videos, please subscribe. Thank you and have a good day.